welcome back to the Peaceful Life Society. My name is Brill. Let's talk about mothering energy. Mothering energy in a relationship is very exhausting for a woman. When you are in a relationship with a man and you choose to be in your mothering energy, I want you to imagine that you're always trying to catch up to his pace. This means you're paying the energetic cost to be with that man. And this can be draining, it can be exhausting, and over time, you will lose respect for him. After so much over giving and doing too much within the relationship, you start to view him and see him differently. So you lose respect over time. You start to say disrespectful to him or catch an attitude or say things you normally wouldn't say because in the relationship, you're constantly always trying to catch up to match his pace. You overgive in the relationship. The thing is, I think this is an issue overall with women right now. We tend to look at a man and not see an adult. We see a man that is a child and we get in our mothering energy and we try to give him that unconditional love. See, the mothering energy was never meant for a grown man. The mothering energy was meant for our children. We were meant to give our children unconditional love so that they have the space to make mistakes, the space to come up to us and communicate that there's something wrong, the space of knowing that you have someone there for you, you are in your corner no matter what you do. But we're supposed to give that mothering energy to our children. And what's happening, women are giving it to men. So this is the reason why you see this whole push of the whole trend, I would say, of the man not being able to do anything. It could be something as little as he's staying home with his children. Instead of him taking care of his children, now he's babysitting his children. Instead of him washing the dishes, he doesn't know how to do those things. Instead of him being able to put a load of laundry on, he doesn't know how the laundry machine works. And these are things that you're seeing women are making fun of, and they keep this whole narrative going that men are children and should be treated as such. And so we get in this mothering energy within the relationship. We begin to get very exhausted. We begin to feel drained. We begin to lose respect for him. But we feel like, oh, it's normal. We feel like it's normal. And that's what the trends are showing me, that women think it's normal to be in a relationship with a man who doesn't operate as an adult. So we tend to make fun of and, make fun of these things that's going on in the relationship. And this is honestly, I don't find anything funny. I don't find anything funny with men being treated as children. I don't find anything funny that men are getting away with acting or being in that position or role that they shouldn't be in. But being in that mothering energy for a woman is very exhausting. The more that you're in that mothering energy, a man becomes more passive. The thing is, most women are trying to figure out how to get out of that dynamic, especially if you are in a current relationship now and you don't know how to get out of that dynamic. You realize that you've been in the mothering energy for a very long time. For the entire of the relationship, you have been chasing. You have been putting forth a lot of effort. You have been over giving. You have been over functioning within the relationship. And now you're trying to figure out how to change that dynamic. Now, it can happen. It can happen if he's open to it. If he and you are open to it, maybe let's say in the very beginning, he wanted to move forward in that masculine position. He wanted to plan the date. He wanted to show up in his masculine frame, but instead you bulldoze over him and you planned the date and you planned everything down to the littlest detail, and he just sat back and accepted it. That is where the passiveness began. Then yes, it possibly can change the dynamic. But if from the beginning you have been over functioning, over giving within a relationship, and he has been very appreciative and he's open to that mothering energy, you cannot change that dynamic. He is comfortable with that because possibly he did not have an ideal mother himself. So he's just eating it up, being in a relationship where there is unconditional love, where he can do whatever he wants, where he can be treated like a child, where he doesn't ever have to grow up. He can be a Toys R Us kid for the rest of his life. So that dynamic cannot be changed. And you're actually wasting your energy trying to. I would actually say, I don't ever give advice on this page or any place else, because when I used to coach, I would never give advice to end the marriage unless there was some type of form of abuse. If there was abuse, there was disrespect or emotional abuse, then yes, I would say you need to get out, and you need to get out now. You need to start creating an exit plan. But if it is a dynamic that you created and he's not interested in, then you have to sit back and think, is this something that I want to change? Is it something I want to change? Is this something that's gonna be an issue for me over time? Because the thing is, the longer that you stay in a relationship that you feel that you need to disrespect him, the more he feels like he's unloved. And a man being disrespected is a man who feels that he is not loved. So every time that you disrespect him, he feels less and less love from you, and the relationship continues to become less than. So you have to keep that in mind. So if you're going to continue to disrespect him, and you can't give him the respect that he's desiring, because that is the kicker there, right? Even if he's getting that mothering energy and he is appreciating it, he still wants that respect from you, because with men, respect equals love. So you have to determine, what are you willing to, what is okay with you? What is okay with you? What feels good in your body to be in this relationship? What are you willing to deal with within that type of relationship before you decide, hey, maybe it isn't for me and I need to exit stage left. But a man who's in his mothering energy is exhausting to a woman. And you should not desire that type of relationship. And realize that men who do desire that type of relationship usually did not have ideal relationships with their mother. And that comes with a whole nother can of worms. So stay out of relationships that require mother energy from you, because that type of energy is for children only. That is the type of energy that you should be pouring into your children. That's the type of energy you should be giving unconditionally to your children. That is the energy that you give your child so that they can grow and feel that nurture from their mother and grow to be respectable human beings. So you want to make sure that you're not accepting or being in that role of mothering energy within a relationship. And ladies, always remember, stay a pedestal wife.